To load filament on the Gigabot 3 Plus, start by placing your spool of filament onto the spool holder installed on the rear of the frame. Orient the spool such that it easily unwinds as the filament feeds, as shown. If it is a new roll of filament, the free end of the filament line will have been fastened to the spool itself, and you will need to free it before loading it onto the printer. If there is any tape residue, kinks, or knots in the filament from being used previously, be sure to cut these sections off. Feed the filament by hand through the filament detection unit and all the way through the filament guide tube until you can no longer push it through. Next, attach the filament cleaner to the filament as shown. Wrap the cloth around the filament and secure it using the spiral wrap. On the Viki, you can heat up the hot end in a number of ways. First, you can go through the Prepare menu, scroll down to Preheat for PLA or ABS, and select from one of the options to set the hot ends and/or the heated bed to pre-configured values. Alternatively, you may navigate through the Control menu, through the Temperature menu, and then manually set temperatures for each nozzle or the heated bed by scrolling the wheel. Navigate back to the info screen and you will see that the temperatures have been set and the bot is now heating. Now check the extruder side of the bot to make sure the filament is sitting properly between the idler bearing and the filament drive gear. If it isn't, you can manually place it there by pushing the collar down on the push to connect and remove the filament guide tube. Then, hold the filament tensioner open with one hand and use the other hand to feed filament straight down until it is between the filament drive gear and idler bearing. Once your Gigabot has reached its target temperature, you can use the Viki to extrude some filament by navigating to Prepare, Move Axis, Move 1 mm, and then pick the extruder you are using. Scroll the wheel to extrude filament. Do so until you see filament coming out of the nozzle. Alternatively, instead of using the Viki to extrude, you may also feed filament down by hand once the hot end has reached its target temperature. Again, feed filament until you see it coming out of the nozzle. Nice work! You've successfully loaded filament into your Gigabot. Now you're ready to start printing.